live, or now we are. Now we are live with Let's Talk AR, and I see Dawn has joined us. So Dawn, you're new to the panel, so you get to introduce yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Dawn Zamora, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I teach 3rd grade, but I've taught K, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Awesome. Welcome to the group.
Thanks.
And Dawn is also one of our ambassadors. Yay! And so is Jean.
Yay!
And we do have a call right after this one, so don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Let me see. I know I have a couple of people trying to get in, so let me get the link and send it to them. Nothing's going right today.
So, Doug, did you live in New York or did you live on Long Island?
No, I lived in New York City for, 22 years, and then I moved up to Orange County and was commuting in to town for about 4 years, and then we moved to Maine.
Yeah, Maine sounds so nice.
It's a hard place to earn a living, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. There's nobody here, Gene. There's only 1.3 million people in this whole state. There were that many people on the #1 train going down to Wall Street all those years. I was down there every morning. So, and population density makes a big difference in your lifestyle. So.
Yeah.
But sounds like Kansas.
What grade do you teach?
I'm sorry?
What grade do you teach?
Right now I'm teaching 7 and 8.
Oh, nice. All subjects or one subject?
I teach social studies, literacy, and I also teach 9th grade algebra to AP 8th graders, to like advanced placement 8th graders. But that's a very small group usually.
What is the population of your school?
123 last year.
123.
Wow.
There are 11 teachers in my school.
Okay, well, mine's a little bigger.
Is that a junior high or a high school?
I'm sorry, my school? No, this is a middle school, K through 8.
K through 8?
Yep.
And there's 123 people?
Yes.
I'm amazed. There's 130 just in 3rd grade at my school.
Yep. Well, like I said, this is rural Maine. Maine has the 2nd smallest population of any state in the United States. And they have the highest population of people over 60. I'm not there yet. So it has its own unique demographics and set of accompanying challenges as a result with that.
Okay, I do know that we have some viewers, so I do have to remind people if they're wanting to join the panel or if they have questions or comments, there's a Q&A, and it can be found at the top. Oh, and Peggy says hi. She already found it. At the top of the video are 9 little boxes. If you click on that, it should say Q&A, and then we'll be able to see your comments or questions. And if you want to join, just let me know, and I'll pull you in. So, Dawn, since you were new to the group and you're an ambassador, have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
What type of AR have you played around with?
Well, this past year I use a lot of Chromeville, and because it was easy for the kids and I could pull it into several subjects. I use the customizable character a lot because it's a blank character, and so I've had students use it in science where they've had to design the character to match a science vocabulary word, and then they write about the vocabulary word and we do a science walk. We did that to review for our state tests.
I love that idea.
They've also used the customizable character when we did author study, their favorite author, and designed the character to look like their author. We've used it for book characters, and we also used it in social studies and history where they designed their favorite historical character, and then they wrote about their character, and we did a museum walk. And we had characters from Helen Keller to Martin Luther King to Chief Sitting Bull. That was a really, really good one.
I love those ideas. Heidi is watching, and she says hi. I'm going to see if I can't pull Heidi in. Rita is watching, so shout outs to you ladies, and if you want in, I'll try and invite you in, and you can join us live, or you can stay back there and just watch. That's up to you. Let's see if they join us.
And just to throw this out there, I've used several other ones. That's just one of the examples of the ones I've used.
I love the character and the science vocabulary. Those are amazing. I wouldn't have thought of using those blank ones in that fashion. So I really like those ideas.
And I know that they're coming out with several new things for fall.
They are, and so is Quiver as well. Heidi is having a question. She said, is Quiver the one that has the planet AR Earth? AR Earth is another app totally different. I don't know who owns it.
What was Quiver's name before?
Kolar.
Kolar.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So
Katie,
I'm not for sure about that one, Heidi. Yes, go ahead, Doug.
I think AR Earth is Daiquiri, isn't it?
I
I know I've seen it like you. I see a web page in my face. Yeah.
I've seen it on the two guys' website, I do believe, but I'm not for sure if it's Daiquiri
Which one
or
is she
not.
asking about?
AR Earth.
Oh.
Was that one of the new NASA ones?
It's one of the space ones.
There's
and
space.
I have it on my Symbaloo board, but I haven't played a lot with it, so I can't tell you who owns it, but I'm going to look right now and see. Game. Let me share my screen. That might, because I can't pronounce this, and you can tell what it is. I just love it when they come up with. Let me share to everyone. Do you see my screen?
Yep.
Now I do.
This is the AR Earth I know about.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I haven't really played a lot with it yet, but is that the one that you were wanting to know about? If not, if you have another one, if you want to share the link with me, we can look at it.
And I think you'd pronounce the company Game Dokkan.
Okay.
I think.
I'll remember that.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, games. That's why I shared it, because I wasn't gonna try. I was gonna butcher it. LaQuinta, she's just gonna watch. She's helping her daughter pack for a trip. So LaQuinta, if you have any questions or comments, you know how to use the Q&A, and we'll answer those as quickly as possible. And Heidi, if you'll let me know if that was the AR Earth you were thinking of, or Earth AR. But no, Quiver does not own it. Oh, Heidi joined. Yay!
Yes.
Heidi, can you? Oh, there she is.
Hi, Heidi. Oh, I hear playback. Does somebody not have their earbuds on? Maybe it's just me.
Yes.
I hear something in the background, but it's not really loud.
I hear myself talking.
I can hear everybody, but I don't know if Heidi can hear me. Heidi, can you hear me?
Yes. I think I had it on in the
Gotcha.
background.
Oh.
Has it stopped now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was me. I had it on in the background. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, Heidi, since you get to join our call, you get to introduce yourself to the panel.
Oh, I'm Heidi Samuelson. I'm moving from 2nd to 4th, so I'll be teaching 4th grades this year, and I am looking forward to using augmented reality with them.
And you've used it before. I've seen some of your projects. So do you want to pick maybe your favorite one and explain what you did?
Well, my favorite one was using the Erasma app when it was iOS, before iOS 8. iOS 8 really messed up Erasma for me. It wouldn't work at my school any longer. But I augmented books that we would read, so that as we were reading it as a reading group, they could zero in on a portion of the book, and then it would come up and explain a vocabulary word, or it would show them a picture. For instance, like we were talking about Japan, and we were talking about Edo, and so it would go back and show them a picture of what Edo looked like in the past and what it looks like now. And so that was my favorite. We also did an All About Me project where they chose a clip art, and then we had it in the hallway, and they would video themselves or send pictures in, and I would attach it to the clip art, and then they could go down and do a little video walk of what was going on. So
I love those ideas. Those are great ideas. And Heidi is also an ambassador.
hand me that thing on the TV. My dog, hand me that map on the TV so I can show him the map of the Earth. I thought it was Quiver is the one that does it, where you color in the picture.
Is it like a flat map?
Yes, and then when you put the app on top of it, it turns into the
Earth. Yes, that color one is that's one of their new ones. I forget about it because it just released like shortly. But yeah, it's a flat map. It's a color sheet, and you can color it, and then the world will come up.
Yeah. So I thought we would use that with Mystery Skype. So
that would be awesome. And then you can mark where the people are.
Yeah.
And that'd be great. Great idea.
You don't know if they have anything with just the United States, do you?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
They did post in our group why they came up with that map one. I think it's something to do with their becoming independence or something. So they have an explanation of why they created that one, and then a link to some of their pages. So that is one of their new ones, and they're going to come out with some more in the fall. And they are a part of our groups, so when they come out with stuff, I've been told that they're going to share it there so that we'll know when it's live.
And they also take suggestions.
Yes, they do.
Ah, okay.
So if you have any suggestions, they'll listen. And the other one, Cromwell, is also a part of the group too, and they are coming out with some new stuff. They just came out with some ones for the summer, and then one for internet safety.
That would be good.
So those are some of their new ones, and they are also going to, hopefully, I think they told me that they were going to share. I talked to a lot of people. So if I remember right, they're going to post when they release some new stuff, and they're working on some stuff. Okay, well, I was going to show, I released a challenge today. Part 3, oops, all my text falling apart. Part 3 of our AR challenges, and one of them, or one of the challenges, is creating interactive notebooks or journals is part 3. And I thought I would show the math one that I made. I don't know. Okay. Can you see my notebook? I have throughout this notebook foldables, things that will flip and open, and then there's triggers throughout that'll take the kids to different websites, different resources. The syllabus is even augmented, so it'll go to the class website. So when they scan the front of the syllabus, it'll load the class website. It has lots of fun little lessons and foldables so that you can try and do this looking in the monitor. Fold and read, like the vocabulary words, and then a trigger will attach to the page. You can create your triggers. I use Google Draw quite a bit, or you can find clip art or pictures. The more detail that you have on your triggers, the better it's going to be. And the challenge is talking about using pre-made triggers to create interactive notebooks. You can do it for science, you can do it for math. So when the kids scan these images that are on the pages, it's going to give them resources on that concept, on the math concept, to reinforce. So this book can now be used either as a review, or it can be used for introduction or an enhancement for these different math concepts. And this is for 7th grade math. And like every page, almost every page has a trigger. And these are the kids' notes that they're writing. So this is their resource. They're learning to build a resource. And I just used a simple spiral notebook. You could use a folder that has the three pegs in it, or a 3-ring binder, and have kids attach pages that way, or foldables, or however it is that you want to build your interactive notebooks. But you can use tons of triggers, different triggers. So if you were doing a writing one and you wanted to use that Cromville sheet, the coloring sheet, you can have, put that in there, and then, have it attached to the kid's blog post or Google Doc, whatever was digital. So when they scan it, not only do they get the color thing, but if you add another trigger to that, then it'll take them to their writing or however you want to work on it. Okay.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yes.
Because I was doing your challenges, and I was working on challenge 3 today, and I went to the part that said, ask the support, aug that support.
Uh-huh.
And so I sent that message, and my question is, are they going to contact me or send me something, or I didn't quite understand how that worked.
They're gonna, if you contact them, like, to request for it, they have some demo images that they'll give you or show you, and you can use those. And if you tell them that you follow me, then you'll get access to the Teach Connect, which is the teacher community. And then you can have everything that I've made or what other teachers have made and submitted, and you can use those as well. The math ones that I've made are in the Teach Connect. That was for the spiral notebook, interactive notebook.
Okay, but the only way for the Teach Connect to work is
you have to contact them.
Okay, because I did send them an email today with your information and my grade level and everything, because I think it's absolutely amazing to have those pre-made, and if other teachers can put their triggers in there, then it would be a wealth of information.
Yes, I agree. And they already have stuff that's already pre-made. A lot of the things I didn't make, I just pulled from their library, and I'm not their salesperson whatsoever, so I can't tell you, because it is a company, they do have to charge something for that, so they will work with you, and they are very, very helpful and very kind, and will work with teachers because they want teachers to have a great experience, and they want the kids to have a great experience. So and it's already like the math and language arts is already correlated to like the common core standards.
Can I ask you, when your students are using their notebooks, what are they using for their triggers? Like, are they using iPods or iPads or their own phone?
We have our 7th and 8th graders are one-to-one iPad, and our 6th graders have a cart that they can pull from. So we have the tools for them to use, the devices.
Okay.
I have some other questions. Let's see. Peggy says, I love your challenge number 3 with the interactive notebook. Can't wait to share that. So if you have questions on how to build an interactive notebook, feel free to ask me anytime, because I've done it once now and I can give you some pointers.
Katie Ann?
Yes.
What about an interactive notebook that's really like a digital interactive notebook?
Like an
Like instead
iBook?
of, well, no, I mean, not necessarily even an iBook. Like maybe using OneNote and having folders in OneNote for different subjects and having the
You can do that
triggers.
too. As long as you have a device to read the triggers, you can have it digitally.
So you might need a secondary device to read whatever you have on your device, kind of thing. Yeah.
You'll need two devices: one to read the digital content, and two to activate the AR part. Some schools have BYOB, or bring your own device. Never mind.
BYOD.
D. That is a D. It's been a very stressful day. That have those that kids can bring their phones in and then can use those as a device to scan. So it is possible. As long as you have a second device to do the scanning, it is totally possible. Let's see. Myra goes, what AR are you talking about? We're talking about all kinds of AR. Augmented is the one I used to create my interactive notebook. And that was the challenge part 3 because they have tons of already pre-made triggers. And when I talk about pre-made triggers, I'm talking about triggers that you didn't make. Somebody else has made them. And I like to make stuff, so I put a lot of my stuff in the Teach Connect. And if you belong to Augmented Teach Connect, just say, hey, Katie Ann sent you. And you're following me and you're doing my challenges, they'll give you an account so you have access to those. And then you can use the content I've made as well. Or you can talk to them, talk to their support team, and ask for a demo, ask what do you have for your grade level and your subject, and they will work with you. They're really good about that. So those are the AR I'm talking about, Myra. And thank you for watching. And she has another question. She is doing a class project. How can I get the whole class into one channel and Erasmus easily? I don't use Erasmus. Anybody else in the panel use Erasmus?
I tried. That's what I started with 2 years ago, and we used it, and I was successful at using it as long as they were using it at school, and we did some hallway displays. But then I really began to get frustrated with Erasmus and had a hard time. The kids couldn't always find my channel, and they couldn't always join the channel. And then when they would take things home, they should have been able to scan it and join the channel at home. And just sometimes it just didn't work all the time. And for me, it just got really frustrating, the joining the channel part. I even went to a workshop about 4 weeks ago, and when I was at the workshop, the people giving the workshop all of a sudden couldn't get their channel to work for us at the workshop. And so I was like, just forget it. If you can't even teach me how to do it, never mind.
I had the same experience. The channels wouldn't work for me, so I don't use it.
I just quit.
Doug?
Yeah, it was very frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah,
You
they
quit
have.
too?
They have definitely, and everybody does, but theirs seems to be a little bit more not ready for prime time, shall we say. They have some basic issues they need to work out before. And it's unfortunate, the timing when you introduce a product like that, first impressions are so important, and a lot of people have had these complaints about Erasmus, and we'll see if they can patch this up and correct it. But if you're new to AR, and I used to be a music teacher too. That's great.
Sorry.
The last thing you want to do is give a new music student a terrible instrument to learn how to play on. It's very difficult to do that. So if you're new to AR and your first introduction is to Erasmus, be prepared for a little bit of a bumpy road.
It's tough.
I don't know if it's changed that much since I've used it. I've used it a few months back, and basically I set it up as a private channel by invitation only, and that's the only way I managed to do it and feel somewhat safe about using it so that the kids didn't go into other things or end up elsewhere. But I didn't like it because it seemed like an extra step. Like, you're already scanning, why should you have to put in codes and stuff too? So,
Right. And
It
I
seems like last year the
had
ones that I
too.
created were doing well, but the ones that I created the year before didn't work. So it wasn't like carrying it over. So, sorry.
And I've heard that especially with this new update, a lot of things are not working. Myra says she hasn't had a problem with Erasmus for supplemental movies. So I'm going to take that you're embedding the movies, and hopefully it all is working great. I can tell you, if you are doing that and you're taking movies from YouTube and your school bans YouTube, the kids can't have access to it. If you give that YouTube link to that video and you do it through Teach Connect, they are going to code it so that it's not blocked anymore, it's not reading as a YouTube video, and you'll have access to those. And that has saved me quite a bit. One straight frustration, because there's a lot of good resources on YouTube that, especially with social studies, that kids should have access to but don't.
And also, if you have a way to host your own videos, there are lots of tools out there you can use to download YouTube videos to local devices, and you get around that. The great thing about that is, and one of the complaints that I have about YouTube, is when you look at one of their videos on their site, you're bombarded with recommendations, suggestions, and all kinds of ancillary stuff. Getting the video to come up in full screen is a lot of clicks. So, but if you find a way, like using Augmented or hosting your own YouTube videos, you get rid of all that extraneous business.
Yeah.
So do you
And
find that?
Augmented gets rid of all those ads and everything. All you see is the video.
So is that similar to QuietTube then? Have you tried the like you run the YouTube video through the QuietTube? Is that what it's similar to?
Something like that. They do some kind of coding that they just pull the video and they code it somehow so it doesn't show as YouTube, and it comes right through. And I haven't had any problems.
you can convert it. Yeah.
I download them as MP4s and I host them myself.
Yeah.
You can stick them up on the cloud. You can stick them on Google Drive, wherever you need them. So.
There's another way that I found is really, really easy, called Safe Share TV.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna say.
Yeah. And that puts it in a nice little black box, and all they see is the video. No ads, no pop-ups. They can't get anywhere. They just see the video, and it's really simple to use, and it puts it in a little box, and there it is.
That works too.
Has anybody used Edpuzzle, where you you go in through Edpuzzle and then you add content to the video, so that as they're watching it, they have to interact with the video? Like, you can add questions, or they have to do a poll with the video, or they have to do something before the video continues on. That was a way we got around. YouTube was blocked at the school, so that was a way that I could get around that. It was called Edpuzzle.
And that's a great resource too, and the kids like it.
Okay.
Doug, Peggy has a comment for you. She likes the energy that you're introducing a student to music on an instrument that doesn't work properly. That's a good way of saying when some tools don't work. It's like a kid trying to play on a new instrument. So she really liked that comment.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy.
It's true. It's been there, done that. Thank you, Peggy.
And then there are many sites that will allow you to view YouTube videos without all the extra social media recommendations, like QuietTube, I cannot talk. Share TV, and etc. So yeah, those are really good. Thank you, Peggy. Let's see, there's more. Hang on. Wow, I didn't know about YouTube videos on Erasmus. Do you have a blog post about that, Katie? I do not about Erasmus because I don't use Erasmus. I can make a blog post of how to use YouTube videos in others such as Edpuzzle and Augmented and all those. So
And Daiquiri.
So I will definitely be working on that because I think that's very useful information for people to know that you can get around that.
Katie Ann, is there a time limit on the videos on AugThat?
I have not found one, but I haven't really put a big one on there. I've just been doing little video clips.
I usually keep it 5 minutes or less, for
Right.
sure.
You mean a file size limit or a time limit?
Both, really.
Yeah, because depending on how the video is made, you can have a 2-minute video that's 8 times
Very
larger than a
dense,
20-minute
yeah.
video,
Yeah.
depending on how it's compressed and captured. So.
And Myra came up with a suggestion. She puts videos in Google Drive, and I've done that too and shared out that way.
Yeah.
So that also works.
Yeah, I do that too.
And
so if ever you see my Sesame Street stuff or whatever that I have from my younger kids that love it, you know, don't think I'm weird having Sesame Street videos on any of my links.
I have Sesame Street too. But I'm also working on kindergarten content. Let's see. So Myra, I'm sorry if we can't answer your question about a whole class in one channel. You could try making your channel private and see if that works. Let's see. Doesn't have to be Erasmus. Anything you can use augmented reality. YouTube's would be fantastic. So I will work on that blog post, Peggy. I always need suggestions because I'd love to know what you guys want to know about, and I didn't realize I hadn't blogged about that until now. So I will do one of those. Okay. Woo! It's been a day. Anybody have any other projects or need help with a project or questions? Any?
Excuse me.
Need any ideas?
I started a new project today.
What did you do?
I ordered, it's budget time at school. Yay, today was the last day of school finally for me. Yippee. I ordered these 8-inch by 8-inch color plaques of all 43 presidents. And I put them on a black mat and laminated them. And I'm going to line them from 1 through 43 down the hallway. And grades 3 and 4 are going to have augmented content on them using Daiquiri, and grades 6, 7, and 8 are going to have augmented content using Layer. So I'm using the same triggers for a few, maybe even a third different AR tool set. And of course, the content will be differentiated based on grade group and differentiated based on the tool set too. It's going to take a bit of work, but I hope to have that ready by fall. And I have to find a nice long straight hallway to put them on. And having things stick to brick walls has always been difficult where I work. This sticky Velcro is the thing I've been using, but it doesn't last very long. So
I use hot glue because it pulls right off.
Hot glue gun.
On brick walls?
Yes.
Painted brick walls?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take the stuff off without damaging it if you needed to get it off?
Yes.
As long as it's laminated.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to look into. That sounds like a great idea. Just
if
a little
it's
dab.
laminated, it just pulls right off. And then you can take a hair dryer if you need to and scrape off the residue off the back of the picture.
So that's something I just actually laminated everything today. In the next few weeks, I'll start putting it up and designing the content for those 2 different grade groups. We'll see what happens.
Okay, Myra has a project idea, and she's needing some input. She is going to have each student do a video answer to a question, and she wants to upload it so it'll be AR, so the video will be the AR content. The trigger will be Who I Am worksheet. What do you recommend?
Well, for this,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, when I do things like that with my students, they all have iPads. I really like using Explain Everything for students to use to create their own videos.
I was just going to ask, does she want a picture of does she want to see a picture of the child saying all about them, or does she just want a mouth movie talking about them? You know what I mean? Like
a Chatterpix?
Yeah, does she want to see Or does she want an image of that student to appear and do the talking, or does she want the object on the paper to do the talking?
Those are good questions. I'm not for sure. So she's watching, so hopefully she'll answer that. She may want to know what platform to use as well. Daiquiri or Layer or Augbat, either one of those. And if you want to try Erasmus, feel free to try it. You just have to keep in mind that your trigger images need to all be unique, and if you have 20 kids using the same worksheet and you use each worksheet as a trigger image, and if they're similar in any way, you're going to have issues with the scanning process. So you may want to take a picture of that kid and put it somewhere on the worksheet and use the picture of the kid as the trigger.
Katie Ann, one kind of comment about that. If she uses Daiquiri, she could use chapters, and she could use one trigger image and navigate through each student's video by just a simple button that takes them to the next chapter.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
I don't know how many kids she's talking about, but that would work.
Okay, she's needing AR procedure. She doesn't need the video recommendation. She needs AR procedure so that each student can upload it. Myra, how old are your students? And if they're doing them, I'm going to say they're probably kindergarten, first grade, maybe second grade. Let's see. They are drawing their own pictures of themselves, so they will be different. So that will be good. As long as the picture is unique and they're not similar, that will be a great trigger. So you have to decide which platform you want to use, Myra, either being Erasmus, Layer, or Daiquiri, or Augbat. If you use Augbat, all you do is have to fill out a form, and they will do the work for you. And then you have to give them a couple days to get it all together, and then it'll be augmented for you, and you don't have to do anything. All you do is have to send the trigger and the video to them for each kid. If you do Daiquiri, there's Adam. He heard me talking about him. Welcome, Adam.
I tried, Adam.
I was able to figure it out. I manipulated it a little bit.
Oh, was that you dinging? I'm sorry. My computer system's not working right. I have 3 monitors, and I'm on one because I can't get the other 2 to work.
Technology.
Yeah, and my intern is gone.
Uh-oh.
Wow, 37 students in 2 classes? That's a lot.
Okay. Well, I hadn't gotten that far. Hang on. Okay, so Myra, you have 37 students, 2 classes of high school, and you're doing an All About Me worksheet, and you want the kids to create their own trigger, so they're going to draw or illustrate their own trigger, and they're going to have a video, and you want the trigger to be used. So you just really need to come out which platform you want to use. And then we can help you with a procedure of how to get it done. Does that make sense? Because each one's a little different. Okay. Sorry, Adam, you jumped in the middle of conversation. We're trying to help Myra with her project.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry that I was late.
Okay. I suggest, Myra, that you play around with the different platforms, and then you can decide which one you think is going to work for you. You want to use the tool that works for you, and then we can help you come up with a procedure to help your kids create these augmented triggers. Does that make sense? I hope.
Is she making the video ahead of time, each student, and then wanting to place the video in the trigger? Or is she making it with, like on Erasmus, you make the video in the app and then add it to the trigger? You don't make them separately.
Well, like I said, it's going to depend on which platform that she's going to pick. in order to help her come up with a procedure to get this to work.
I know that on Teacher Pay Teacher, there's a free procedure step-by-step for using Erasmus if she wants to.
There's a couple of them, yeah.
And it's to do exactly what she's saying, and it's step-by-step, and it even has a whole Erasmus thing about adding your own channel. I just don't work well with Erasmus, but maybe she will.
Well, like I said, I suggest that you play with all the tools, and then you can decide which one's going to be the best tool for you, and you have a couple choices, and then we can help you come up with procedures if you need them. She suggests they are making the videos ahead of time, so that kind of helps. Like you could use Dacry, you can use Layer, you can use Blipar, you can use Augmats, you can use any of those. But you have to find the one that's going to work for you and the one that fits your needs.
I'm a bit confused about what she means by upload them to AR. It looks like she needs a place to host these videos somehow. And then,
well, if you're doing all that, you upload it to them, or do the YouTube link to them, or if you're doing Rasma, then you can upload it and it embeds it in there. If you're doing Dacry, you can upload it and it embeds it in there.
Same with Blipar, same with Layer.
So you got to figure out which tool you want to use. Mitzi, welcome Mitzi. She is building Aurora's with Erasmus. She says it works well with her. Everybody, I do believe, is a part of the community or our groups, so we can share resources and ideas in there as well. So if you have something that works well with you and the tool that you like, you can always post in the group. That will help others that are learning. Let's see, what else do we have? Sorry, I got lots of messages. Buffering in the middle, that's okay.
You were just photobombed, Adam.
I just augmented my son. How good are we, right? He doesn't come with a trigger image.
Okay. Are there any other questions or suggestions from the panel or from the viewers? Hi, Jay.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Everybody's watching. It's gonna take 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry.
I had a question about the 360s for Augmat and how you share that at a professional development. I'm going to be doing technology for our district, and I thought that would be like a cool way of get them to kind of see what it was like.
When I do workshops with those triggers, it literally blows people's minds away. I set up little centers, and I give them instructions of how each center works, which app they need, and the directions. And when they do the 360 center, they literally are walking around the room with, looking at through their iPads. They walk into each other. They walk into tables. If they have the 360 that has a cave, I have teachers trying to, go into the cave. So, yeah, I just set little centers out with instructions how to use those triggers and let them play with it. And then after they're done playing with it, we do brainstorming sessions. And they, brainstorm how they can use the triggers in their classroom and what different kinds of lessons that they could enhance using those triggers.
So the only one I've been able to get is the ocean. Can you tell me where I can get? Do I need to go into the store to get are they sold in a whole group or?
That's what I was going to ask.
I'm not the salesperson, so I'm not really good at selling. But there is a 360 in the portal.
So yeah, in order to get the trigger, the 360, the other virtual environments, you would have to purchase the Aug Shop.
Or you could take a quick screenshot of his wall behind him and get one.
Oh yeah, in my office. That would work. You could take, here, I'll give you another.
That one's a 3D though.
Yeah, but it's still cool. It's still cool.
Here, there's another one.
I do have one in the Teach Connect of the Oklahoma City Memorial, bombing memorial. So you can make your own, and I could always teach you how to make those, and then you can upload them to the Teach Connect as well. So there's one in there, and then you have the ocean one, and then to get the rest, you have to pay for them.
But you made your own 360?
Yes, and I know how, and I can teach you.
And
that'll be part of the ambassador. So since you guys, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we had a fourth one. Where did she go? Mitzi. She's one of our new ambassadors. That'll be one of your assignments, is to create a 360.
Wouldn't it be cool to do it of your classroom?
Yeah, or your school, or your playground. Or you could have several of them and have it as the welcome back, or parent night.
Well, considering that's August 3rd, I think that's a little ambitious.
Oh, that's a little early.
It's a little ambitious for me.
But that would be amazing for open house, or to send out as a welcome back to school. This is what your classroom will look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did those today, and I was amazed. I haven't found any other augmented reality that was like that. And I did I guess it was the ocean and the greenhouse. And I just thought that was amazing, and that you could use that so many ways, from creative writing to science. You could even bring in social studies and have them writing about living in that type of environment, or what survival skills they think they would need to be in that environment. I thought those were amazing.
I forgot I put the greenhouse one in the challenge. So there's 3 right there for you: the Oklahoma City bombing, the greenhouse, and the ocean. To get 3 to start with.
We actually
The ocean and the greenhouse.
The greenhouse, that's on the challenge 3.
Yeah, I only had that one and the ocean one.
The other one is in the Teach Connect. So when you get your Teach Connect account, you can download it.
Oh, okay.
I think my backyard's back there too.
Yeah, we're adding 70 more virtual environments this week. So
70?
70. 70.
Wow.
Yeah, we're actually bringing in monuments now, so you'll
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that was going to be amazing.
Yeah, we have the pyramids in Giza. You'll be actually standing in the middle of the pyramids and Sphinx, and I don't want to break the surprise. You guys will see. Kind of fun, kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, we have another ambassador from India that has joined us. He's watching, and I know I'm going to butcher your name. I'm not going to try. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce it when we get in our call, because I will butcher it, I promise you. But he is, I think it's 6 in the morning there. And we have a call after this one, so he's watching right now, and we'll get to know him in a little bit.
Was it the gentleman that showed us the programming last time?
No.
No?
No. No, it's a different guy. It's you'll get to meet him in a little bit, so patience. Okay, what time is it? We have about 5 minutes. Any other questions that I can help you with, or any other projects? Myra, she is going to have the kids make their own video with Erasmus, or triggers with Erasmus. She'll try uploading it and make a private channel. So you'll have to let us know about your project, Myra, and if you need help, shout out in the group, or shout out during a live chat or a live hangout. And we are doing a Twitter chat, almost forgot. tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to do Central Time because that's where I'm at, and it's hard to think ahead or behind. So 8 o'clock Central Time, we are doing our very first AR for Learning Twitter chat. So you can follow the hashtag, participate. It will be every second and fourth Thursday of the month at 8 o'clock Central Time. You can hop onto Twitter and follow the AR4 learning hashtag. And I think I'm pretty sure I already posted the questions for tomorrow night. I've been so busy, I'm pretty sure I did.
You did.
You did.
Okay, good.
We have them.
So tomorrow night, join us for that. And then, of course, we'll do our Let's Talk AR every Wednesday night. Same time, 7 p.m. Central Time. And you can join the panel. Let's see. Myra, Peggy is directing you to my challenges. So if you go to Diary of a Techie Chick, my challenges are posted there. Or you could go to my website, and I have a Tech EDU link, and all the challenges are there. So I put them everywhere. I put them everywhere. So if you can Google my name or Diary of a Techie Chick and AR challenges, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's going to pop up. I hope. Okay, let's see. I think that answered your question. Okay. Any other questions before we say goodnight? We have just a few minutes. Or any suggestions, anything?
I don't have a question, but I want to tell you thank you, because I've wanted a group to talk to about these kinds of things, and I think AR is the best way to bring kids of this generation into being engaged. And I've never seen that until your challenge, and I'm amazed so far. And it's just, this kind of thing is the best way, or maybe not the best, but one of the best ways to bring kids in and have them engaged, because they do this stuff every day at home, and then they get to school and they don't have it. And so I'm so excited about this opportunity that you guys have provided, and I just want to say thanks.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for joining us. I love talking with people, and it was actually suggested by teachers that I start a weekly hangout. And then after the hangout got started, I had teachers go, well, I don't feel comfortable in a hangout. Can you do a Twitter chat? So now we have both. And you can reach me anytime. I usually have my phone on me, and all those messages come to my phone. If I don't get back with you right away, I'm either helping somebody or driving. I do not text and drive, but yeah. But my phone reads your text messages to me, or my car does, so I can listen. And I will reply to those messages as soon as I can. So if you ever have questions, need help, feel free to contact me anytime. Okay.
So are you going to branch out to podcasting now too, Katie?
I do have a podcast. It is actually hosted by Remarkable Chatter. And right now the only thing that's on the podcast are the challenges. So you could listen to me explain the challenges. Okay. They're short and sweet. So yeah, my podcasts are on Remarkable Chatter. My son says I need to just host it myself. So I may do that. I'll have to come up with a new name for my podcast, though, because Diary of a Techie Chick's already taken.
Katie, have you thought about doing a Remind class? So that
I do have one, and it's posted. It's actually pinned to the top of the group. If you sign up, I do send out reminders. Okay. But good suggestion. Another teacher asked for that too, so we have that too.
Katie?
Yes, Doug?
What is your husband's first name?
Why?
You're just way too busy.
It's Eric.
There you go. Just check.
Yes, you're married and 3 kids. They keep me going. They actually encourage me to do the things I do.
Yeah, Doug. And by the way, I'm gonna give you an apple to take to bed as opposed to the droid.
An apple what?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna get you an iPad. Okay.
Oh, yeah, maybe I could sneak that under the pillow.
That's what I thought. Okay.
No, you wake up at 3 in the morning. You want to know what's on the news, right? So,
Absolutely. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm just hitting the pillow. So
Yep.
yeah. Call me next time you're up. Maybe we'll chat.
okay. Keep your hangout open.
So for you
Well, another teacher asked for Periscope. I don't know if I'm going to do Periscope.
I was just
I think
asking about that.
they want me to do Periscope, so when I go to conferences, I have my Periscope open so that they can, learn too. So I don't know. I might. There's a lot of things. I'm just happy if people want to learn and they want to learn with the tools they're comfortable with. So if I can reach out to those, I will try. Okay, well, this has been a great chat, and I actually have another chat to go to. So I'm going to say good night. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that I'm going to be calling in just a moment. Or 6 people. So I'll see you later. Good night.
Thank you.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks.